She always gets the ball at the highest point. Kaya hindi siya naaabot ng mga blockers ng UE.
Van Bangayan, improv play. I'm telling you, when there's Bangayan, there's a way. Let's go to Patrice Davao. 2 points, 3 points away for Ateneo. Balingit, cross. Famulagan was ready. The bump set for De Guzman. Back row hit, Kai scores.
What I'm saying with Kai Cepada, no matter where the set is, she will be there ready to get that
coverage. Ito, grabe ang maturity niya, and even yung kwento sa atin ni Chelsea, just how she leads the team, and perfectionist, nakikita mo nga. Yes. Oh, that's a good one.
Great clean attack from Balingit there. Azay Pasha gets ready to serve. Cepada will float it up. And it looks like it touched the floor.
FEU leading by 1. Midway through the opening set, Kai Cepada with an off-speed hit. Perfect touch.
No, you could actually see in her arm swing her shoulder.
A transfer out of FEU. In the game for the first time. UE up by 1. Great pass by Jurado. Combination play. Cordora with a nice hit against the triple block. There's a Unekwe rejection. Cepada! Could have been almost a lift right there with the way she just dumped the ball.
So much force getting that ball over.
Cepada serving, sharp one. Back to UE, Ecalia, too low for Nogales. De Leon, pump set, Canino din need this. Oh, that's in! Another kill block for UE.
A net touch.
So 1 point away. And pancake save by Reyes. Buhay pa rin. A chance here for Adamson. And the chase by Balingit. Another free ball for the Lady Falcons. Here comes Netura. Sapienza. Barbie Hamili was blocked by Riza Nogales.
Second set, pero si Van naman ang nanalo.
And Balingit.
Pagkabalik.
Itang. Ginoo. Bangayan from the right side. Aboneta is denied.
Wow, Nogales is just no entry for her. You know, you can see the power there.
So Netura, of course, all of you fans know that she broke all records in her last game, scoring 38 points. As Nogales continues to score. It must be bittersweet, though, Julia, for Shai breaking all these records, but still having a difficult time getting Van up to serve.
Chance here for the Lady Warriors in the likes of Kai Cepada with that down the line kill.
Cepada actually softening that attack and adding enough spin.
Fujimoto back pedals. Minor will hit. Tax will set. Ivana Sulit. It's still alive. Was that? She just won the lottery. Hyundai move of the set. This move of the game is brought to you by Hyundai Stargazer X. Exceeds expectations.
Yesha Nuceja will be the one to serve for UP.
Good first ball.
Good first ball indeed. Cepada kept alive. Capistrano will give up a free ball. Reyes gets to it. Ecalia sets up Kai.
Oh!
Flying high and tying this game up at 24-all.
What a combination play for the UE Lady Warriors.
You need to get the points in. That is over, received, and Nogales takes care of it.
The lead is now down to 4, courtesy of that Nogales tip.
Cordora having her moment here.
Wait. Ball back to UST. Poyos will go. Still looking for her 10th point. Wala pa sa double digits. But also because labas pasok din mga players. Take a look at that defensive block brought to you by AIA, formerly Philam Life.
Guy Cepeda, she scored only 8 points in their last game. Pasha, Montoro, denied at the net by the Lady Warriors. And this defensive block is brought to you by AIA, formerly Philam Life.
The third-year player. Once again. Block this time. Terrific job by the two rookies.
Yep.
Up front, Ginoo and Enriquez.
Much added joy from the kill block of UE.
It seems to be escaping them, but they, they need a good pass, execute a good play, and yet again, very similar, Eric, with how UE has scored earlier.
Double time on offense, 6 attacks compared to the 10 of LaSalle right now. Wala pa silang kill block, but they have scored 2 service aces as I say that.
No, back to you, Hyman, Jamie.
Well, Coach Sherwin was one of those coaches. Minsan may play for all, right? We've seen it in the PVL, we've seen it here in the UAAP. And now we see Van Bangayan with her beach volleyball skills.
The lefty opposite targeting zone 6.
Serving 15, or 5 serving 15 rather. Francis Mordi going above the blockers. Casey Balingit will approach. Nice chase by Nike, and they get it over. Pamulagan, a little soft touch. Netura will set it for Mordi. Nice block there for UE.
Much good point there for UE.
This defensive block
Of the UE Lady Warriors.
And what I love about, well, just Shivana in that last point, alam niya kasi na rookie ang setter. Aakuhin na niya lahat ng mistake niya doon. She didn't say the set was off or anything.
Yeah.
Let's see if they're able to convert. Ball is still alive.
Another long rally here in set 2. De Leon to Reyes to Canino. Cepeda. Del Castillo. No coverage there for DLSU. That defensive block brought to you by AIA, formerly.
29 kill blocks this whole season, and more to come, of course,
Yes.
for Nogales.
Go, 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 go.
And she has been so impressive here for UE. Let's get back to this game. That was a great attack from Kian, but good defense for UP. Bump this one to Van Bangayan over the blockers. Almost a good dive by De Leon. Ultimately, point will go to the Lady Warriors. They're holding on now to a 3-point push in the first set. Hyundai move of the set. This move of the game is brought to you by Hyundai.
How tall are you, Julia?
Yes, I'm 5'8".
So obviously you know the advantage of a taller setter. The last game that they played against Adamson, she scored 5 points on blocks. So she was able to block also 5 blocks. Yes, and 1 on the ace. So that's something that's rare for a setter.
Of the future of the NU Lady Bulldogs. And you're right on that, Jamie. What can the Lady Warriors do differently to improve their attacking game here against this powerful, speedy team like NU in set number 1?
Well, they know that the wall is tall with the blocking of NU. You have to avoid their hand. You could be a bit more creative in attacking. You could tip above the block, go for an off-speed attack, and be smart.
And right on cue,
expectations. Ball is slowed down by the double block. Bangayan just working with whatever they have, but Famulagan with their second kill block of the game.
And Kabasag.
Yeah.
Kabasak, rather.
They also had an appearance in the first set.
A double substitution, I think, for more blockers in front, but Kai Cepeda being one of the veteran hitters from UE, targeting down the line.
will be the one to serve. Ekalia goes to Malingit. And that will work for UE.
Great swing by Casey Balingit. Again, these combination plays, kailangan.
And was surprised that she's still leading the scores in terms of blocking. Moving forward, Riza will continue to be one of the atas na masasandala ng UE Lady Warriors, and we'll see how many blocks she'll get for this match. This report is powered by ML. Now back to you, Chicken Phil.
Thanks a lot, Althea. Of course, you're talking about the #1 blocker in the league.
Sarap maging teammate itong si Nogales kasi she knows her role and is also a leader for her team.
Well, talk about leading. That is where UE is.
Kasi nung round 1, actually, extended yung match nila set number 1. 28-26. So, intense itong first set.
And let's take a look at this rally that has not stopped. Bangayan, try to put a stop to it. Pasok ba?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Here for UE, there's Van Bangayan on your screens. Fujimoto set up sulit. Nogales once again, back-to-back points for Riza Nogales. This is our Hyundai move.
It's a 3-0 answer by the Red Warriors, or the Lady Red Warriors. They go up by 1. Reyes with a perfect pass. And Nogales, who is not 100% with that right knee issue, knocks in her first point of the game.
Cepada already with 3 aces. Oh. Make it 4 aces. Cepada, and once again, and UE with 2 set points.
And again, UE serve.
22 serving 11.
That has been the main focus of the timeouts of the Lady Warriors. We have to get that first pass. We have to be consistent.
Van Bangayan has been that source of life here.
You know, not just the future years, but the remaining games so far. Anything could happen for NU. That is why there's 14 to 16 players in the roster. Everyone has to be prepared, and that's why Coach Sherwin gave them.
As Netura, as you mentioned, has been marked so far, so points has to come from other players here.
Cepada checked at the net. Van Bangayan runner. Oh, finds a way.
Bangayan has been unstoppable so far in this set. Cepada has been silent, but Bangayan starting.
Serving team captain.
The girls in white.
Ekalia back sets to Cepada, off speed there. Ekalia, Cepada again. And I love the way that they make LaSalle work when it comes to the spots, really the playmaking that Hyundai move of the set. This move of the game brought to you by Hyundai's
Warriors. And Zambuja's best game so far here was against USC. 11 points for her. She's been contributing as well in this game. Geno gets the point.
Finally, the blockers of UE here.
And this offensive block is brought to you by AIA, formerly.
So both teams showing a lot of spunk, particularly on defense. Walang nagpapapatay ng bola. And the offensive block.
Say that again.
Yeah. Are we invited to this block party, Julia?
I think we are.
And really.
Now we have Maaya serving.
Good serve.
Good attempt there by UE. Now another chance here. Combination play. Courtesy of Kai Cepada on the side of the Lady Warriors.
Now UE needs more of these combinations.
16-12 is the count after that second technical timeout. Kai Cepada, though, is looking to respond.
Another steady and consistent hitter for UE and Kai Cepada.
Minsan nakakalimutan na din ng mga attackers na kailangan muna nilang kumuha ng first ball bago pumesto for the approach.
Oh, Nogales rejects that one. Could spark some life out of this UE.
Panoorin si Jers kasi if you watch her live, makikita mo yung hang time niya eh. Doon siya lumalamang sa hang time niya talaga.
We've been seeing that one. Meanwhile, Bangayan.
Rally Tigers. Cepada yon into the hands of the blockers again. So Kai has to really watch out for that. Oh, back row attack, Poyos. Reyes said it's a sidelight, looking at all of the saves by Angelica Reyes. Cordora will go up. Also, a good block by Nogales. And now we know why she tops the league in blocking. And let's take a look at that defensive block brought to you by AA, formerly.
Serve. Bangayan.
Picked up.
Time, but Nogales was there.
Both teams now trading points at 6-all. Jean Assis with the tip, popped up by Ikalia. Kai Cepada got it.
Cepada going down the line.
5 points for Zamudio. And it's on the line again. Another one let go by Pepito.
But it is a tricky serve. Observing that, it seemed to be
output niya sa net defense, 4 blocks. She also scored 4 aces.
Canino in the meantime. Great coverage. Ekalia to Cepada rather, and Casey Cepada just trying to find ways to score here for UE. Ekalia, full front line to work with. Another combination, that time Nogales.
The funniest of all.
From that media day we had.
Combination play read well by Ekalia.
What a great anticipation there coming from Ekalia. Adamson was trying to pull off.
Angel sets that for Eterta. Point for the UE Lady Warriors.
It looks like this set is gonna go to the Fighting Maroons. Nogales. Nothing. Monares now, straight to the hands of Angge. Cepada. Kabasak. Nandoon si Ekalia. Easy over. Chance for UP. And they choose Deering.
It's Deering versus Nogales one-on-one, but Nogales is the #1 blocker right now in the league. Just standing there,
Execution there.
Oh, now the blocking of Adamson working. That's going to be a free ball. Lady Falcons will set up. That soft touch read by UE.
Good adjust there.
Again, these rallies.
Again, we're seeing the defense on both these teams.
Nike, little off time there. Nahuli ng UE. Bad Bangayan. Blocked. Bangayan again. Wow, just wow. You gotta appreciate those hard-earned points. Just kudos to both squads. And let's take a look again at that defensive block.
Well, for NU, good digging, good receiving. They are not committing a lot of errors here. And a lot of power, pure talent, Alexis, for the NU Lady Bulldogs. And also activating the middle blockers.
This defensive block is brought to you.
Ateneo in the first round, she had 9 blocks.
Which was one-handed block. Channeling her inner Riza Nogales, Justin Ekalia.
Rookies back last season with Madriaga, Fernandez, and Nogales shows no sign of letting up. They are tied now at 22.
Wala siyang substitute. She's the only libero that UE has, but she still pours her heart out every single game.
Very strong character from Angge. Yes, I mean.
He's a peaceful,
passionate.
Yes. So he's very in touch with his emotions. And UE with a Head start here. They lead by 1 to make that 2 points.
Ekalia. Tax. Tulian. Popped up by Reyes. Bangayan. Lian will try again. Tips it over. No go. Ekalia. To Cepada. The off speed. De Guzman. Denied at the net by Yui.
Mix of emotions daw ang nafe-feel niya. Pressure, confidence, and more importantly, the need to be an ate. And hopefully, we see more of ate or Bini Mitzi in her match today. This report is powered by Emerald. Now back to you, Eric and Jamie.
All right, thank you, May. Who isn't a fan? That's the question.
Oh, you're a fan?
Aren't you? That's the question. Here's a hit by Bangayan. Nice dig by Petalio in the back row. Bangayan tries again.
Ooh,
finds the opening this time.
That's a good spot. Targeting zone 1. No block found for FEU.
Need to start getting everyone involved. That way, things won't be as predictable also for UST.
A rare miscue there for Pipito, letting that one go. So Nogales will get her first ace. Back-to-back points for Riza.
Our skill categories already. 4 kill blocks for Lasal, 1 service ace. Hindi pa natin na isasama dyan lahat ng mga shank pass from a UE.
It will be a bump set for Cepada. Her sister will set it to Bello. But a good timely block by Nogales.
Actually, the block of UE awaiting
the next man up kasi we're expecting Cepada and Netura to be marked as Nogales. Stop.
Bangayan is just what they needed to stop that run that DLSU had.
Cepada from the back. Back-to-back points for the UE Lady Warriors. Step by step. One by one.
Hindi ko alam.
Talaga. Tanong natin mamaya.
Natanong na ni Eliza
Sabihin mo na,
Valdez last
sabihin
year.
mo oo. Kasi ang galing eh. Sabihin mo oo kapag anak ko yan. Ang galing
Sige,
eh.
oo na lang. It's a 2-point lead here for the Lady Warriors. And so far, so good.
Well, it's really on instinct talaga. Pag makasilip ka rin sa blockers ng kalaban, if you see that walang sumabay sa'yo, that's when you take advantage and just go for that 1-2 play.
Oh, so it's really quick thinking on the part of the setter. Meantime, the blocking has been exceptional for UE, the best we've seen. And the defensive block brought to you by AIA, formerly.
Now we have Bea Zamudio serving.
Good receive.
Lamina will choose Bella again.
You know, we're seeing UE reading the combination plays early on from the NU Lady Bulldogs. Take a look at this.
Especially, they have been having a lot of out-of-system plays.
Bangayan, 2 blockers, no problem.
And this is what we expect from Van Bangayan. Seeing the hands of the blockers.
The start of this set number 2, and UP trying to pull away again. Ekalia, who's to paligid. As we go to Althea Franco for
Season high performance, just like you mentioned earlier in the pregame. And hopefully we see more of Faida or Bax Bacanque bawi and perform more in our match today. This report is powered by ML. Now back to you, Dipin Fifi.
A block by Liza Nogales on that one, but going back to the report of me, grabe naman yung Bax Bacanque, no?
Yes, opo.
Oo.
Hindi ko narinig yung sarili ko.
Ang maingay actually dito.
Here at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. And that's going to drop inside for Casey Panini. What a time to do a service ace. That's your Cetaphil fast serve. Sensitive skin.
Online, but for the setter of the UE Lady Warriors, Teen Ekalia, sometimes she would ask kung nababash na ba siya, knowing her own errors. Her most criticisms would bring them down.
Also here in the first set, both teams are able to manage to get the point back right away, but
an ace. How about that? After an unsuccessful challenge by USD, Cepada serves an ace. Biggest lead for UE at 4 points. Take another look.
for the split block. But again, she is a fighter. Kaya kahit na may double block siya, she will continue to swing for UE.
Angge Reyes has been playing really good defense. Malaluan from the open. Back here in our second set of the game. 2-point lead for NU. Cepada. They have been targeting Bello on the defensive side. And Celine Marsh. Great hustle for UE. Lamina will sprint to get that set across for Belen, who was rejected.
Better production, Jaime, for scoring for you.
Herself when she is inside the court. Being nonchalant is her game face, but outside the court, she is anything but that. Eloy told me that upon arriving in their first game, she was already...
Say things straight up and push us to do better. This report is powered by MWell. Now back to you, Denise and Pauline.
It's always so amazing to see how rookies evolve to being leaders of their squad.
This report in the pre-game emphasizing the importance of teamwork because she wouldn't have gotten those 30 points if it weren't for the help of her teammates and the trust that they have in one another.
Grabe, 27 attack points yun Like, she was unstoppable.
Elite level for a middle blocker. Well, right now, Riza Nogales, the best blocker in the league, contributing as well.
Second guessing what the other team will do.
And volleyball is a game of constant adjustment. So we're seeing both teams already adjusting really
It's early for set number 1. Now with a comfortable lead of 4 points. Banshee Alinsug on deck. Nogales tried to answer back. Bella Belen will counter. Denied there.
That's a good block by Tin, their setter.
This defensive block is brought to you by...
Back here in the Smart Araneta Coliseum, Famulagan with a kill block.
One thing's present in this early part of the set are the blocks of UE Lady Warriors.
This defensive block is brought to you by AI.
Face the game with a healthy, hydrated skin. Cetaphil for everyone's sensitive skin. Haboneta was blocked.
That was a double block from Ekalia and Nogales.
So the first game between these two, ayun, ace
Although sa basa ko rin, para siya mag-outside na and then last minute, bumagsak itong service ni Famulagan here.
making it challenging the defense of Ateneo.
And that is going to drop inside for Kai Cepada. Set to fill, fast serve. Your sensitive skin needs 15 essential ceramides. Face the game with a healthy
from the coaching staff. But like I said, every challenge they've given her has only made her stronger.
Good serve.
Nogales. Binalik. Chance ball NU. Let's see what Lamina does. Shami Maaya. Good dig by UE. This time Bello denied.
It's a double block on Bello in that sequence.
This defensive block is brought to you by AIA. Enriquez now serving. The set to Shaina Netura. Binalik. Villegas tipping it over. Bump set, Cepada will try. Neutralize at the net. Sagaysay to the back row.
Serves. Now, when we look at it stats-wise, DLSU really is leading in all aspects compared to the UE Lady Warriors. But sometimes, you know, you've got the numbers, but it's the heart.
Right.
This time we check in with DLSU's Patrice Davao.
Angge Reyes, currently the best digger in the league right now. And the 9th best receiver as well. She's been a revelation here for UE in season 87. As we get back to this game, what an attack from Van Bangayan. And she's been leading the charge here for UE.
And we're off. UE with the first serve. Netura will get the first serve, and look at that. What a way to start for the Lady Warriors.
Are doing just fine. Pure dominance being under the wing of Coach Sherwin.
You're right on that. As Althea Franco mentioned a while ago for the UE, they actually went back to basics. They had their team reflecting on the essence of volleyball itself.
And embodied the leader that this team needed, and this would not have been the team that we see standing here today without her leadership and grit. This report is powered by ML. Back to you, Jaime and Michelle.
See, Mitch, even Vixie has a perfect report based on being sentimental.
Yes, that's definitely the highlight for today's game.
Good rejection by UE. They're looking really loose, and like you said, they're having fun.
It's something that they want to consider, no?
This defensive block is brought to you by AI.
She is now part, and she's a starter immediately for Coach Allen.
And also, she was the top scorer for their squad no season 85. So, very promising player yan si Van Bangayan.
Oh, good save there.
Oh,
and nobody home on that attack from KC Balingit.
That was a good soft hit. Talagang nagtinginan na lang yung defense itong UP Fighting Maroons. But
I remember during one game, she had like 5 blocks.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You're right to point that one out for her height, right? She can get up there, and I guess the timing of hers also allowing her to do just that. UE tries to attack. Ball still in play and kept alive. Ubaldo. Nice cover by Encarnacion. Back row this time. Mayan says no. Cepada. Wala pa rin. Long rally alert. Paganque. Still nothing. Play continues. And it ends with a stuff block by Riza Nogales.
Riza Nogales is doing an amazing job guarding out.
Afterwards, the team came together and shouted, "Go Ashley!" on the top of their lungs to show their love and support for their girl. And though the pressure and jitters may be there's nothing they can't do with teammates who support you both inside and outside the court. Watch this game on any device in the Philippines or abroad on the Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe. Now back to you, Chicky and Phil.
Thanks a lot, Jersey, and we are enjoying really seeing action from the rest of the UST squad.
Go Ashley!
And here's a rally. We saw many more of these in the first set. And finally, Bangayan getting that point.
Finally, UE.
This match, there's nothing more consistent than the performance of their one and only libero, Angge Reyes. She has been their light in the dark. Dig, roll, or dive, she will deliver. And throughout this roller coaster of a game, Angge has been that steady presence. With the words lakas, puso, at tapang, at trabaho lang, maybe they can deliver their first win of the game. Now back to the panel.
We'll be hoping for that a lot, Althea. And this is another good rally we're seeing right here. Oh, another good save. Well, ball still alive. Good effort there by UE. Dax to AC. Pancake save will work. Free ball.
Cepada to Bangayan.
And that ends the rally.
Is in the game for the first time. She's coming off a 4-point performance in that win against Ateneo. And she gets the touch right away, but rejected by Nogales, the veteran.
Nogales is very, very tall right in the middle, anticipating that early on. Take a look at that.
Reyes overpasses. Blessing Unekwe. Great dig coming from Cepada. Bangayan. Cross-court hit. Poyos. Perfect pass. Unekwe. Bangayan again. Cordora pops it up. Pepito sets it. Kyla Cordora, two-handed tip from Bulagan. Jurado. What a rally. Cordora rejected. Pepito with coverage by Jurado from the back row. Off-speed hit. Reyes diving for it. Cepada against a double block.
What a first set for both these teams.
Oh, wow. That rally had everything. If you can